Welcome everyone to the Mickey Shorts and More podcast. My name is Keaton.
And my name is Steve. And we are here to talk about the Mickey Shorts cartoon series made popular by Paul Ruddish over the last few years.
Also, we have a lot of Mickey Shorts, also the old ones and other Mickey Shorts.
Right. Over the last few weeks, Keaton has got introduced to all sorts of different Mickey Shorts, some of which we're going to talk about tonight. Granted, our show focuses on the Paul Ruddish style shorts, but Keaton has gotten introduced to a new short thanks to the Frozen DVD, Frozen Blu-ray. And which one is that called?
Get a Horse.
Yes, he loves Get a Horse. He's been watching Get a Horse multiple times every single day because he is so enamored with that particular cartoon. So we will do an episode at some point in time in the future on Get a Horse, as well as other Mickey Shorts. But for now, we need to focus on this week's episode, which is called what?
Panda-Monium.
That's right. Now, before we get into this, there's a few things we do need to cover this week. For instance, we actually have some listener feedback.
What?
We got a message from one of the people that listens to our show. Her name is Bev, and she says, I love your radio voice. Thank you. And you pronounce croissant very well, but, and this is regards to a few weeks ago, we covered the episode called Croissant de Triomphe. At least that's what I called it at the time. Now, granted, as I said then, I don't speak French. So we got a correction from Bev as far as how I am saying Croissant de Triomphe. Apparently, I'm saying it completely wrong. And she wants to make sure that I'm saying it correctly. So, croissant, she says, I say that very well. Then, back quoting her, then you need to say de, not day, and triomphe, not triomphe. So, croissant de triomphe is how you say it. Croissant de triomphe.
De Triomphe.
Not triomphe. Croissant de triomphe. Say that with me. Croissant de triomphe.
The Triomphe.
There you go. Okay.
Croissant de Triomphe.
Bev apparently is a language teacher. She says this is a language teacher thing. So thank you, Bev, for sending us that note. We want to make sure that we are saying things correctly. Again, I don't speak French. I can barely speak a little bit of Spanish. Understand un poquito. But I was not pronouncing that correctly. So thank you, Bev, for sending us that little message. If you have notes you'd like to send, whether that's things we have said incorrectly, which I'm sure happens quite a bit, or things you would like to add to the conversation, make sure you send those. There's a big list at the end of the show, which we always list as far as ways to contact us. Instead of killing time to announce that stuff twice, just if you want to know that information, fast forward to the end of the show, and there you can get that full list. But again, thank you, Bev, for sending us that quick note and correcting us in our errors. Now, on to some news. Keaton, would you like to know some interesting news?
What?
Now, a few weeks ago, the latest Mickey short debuted. It's called what?
Carried Away.
And now we have the title for the next new Mickey episode. Do you know what the title for the next new Mickey episode is?
Mm-mm.
Who knows?
Mm-mm. I don't know.
I know. The title is Who Knows?
Oh.
Now, we have no idea. We don't have a plot summary. We don't have an air date. We don't have any information on it other than the title. Now, this will be Season 5, Episode number 19 that's going to be coming up. And traditionally speaking, the episodes or the seasons have had usually 19 episodes in them. So this could be the last Mickey short for a little bit while, there may be a break for a couple months as they produce new ones. We will have to see. We have not heard the future of the show. If there's a Season 6 coming, there better be because these are crazy popular. But we at least know the title of the next one coming soon called Who Knows?
Yeah.
Now, in another little bit of Mickey Mouse related news, this isn't really Paul Ruddish, but it is interesting if you're a Mickey Mouse fan, kind of to see, as I showed you earlier tonight. If you want a different style of Mickey Mouse animation, you should definitely check this out. If you visit the Disney Channel Asia YouTube channel, and you look for the first of a new series, it's called Mickey Go Local. This is an animated series. The first episode is called Master Hawker. Now, this is a very different style, very different tone. The character designs of Mickey and Goofy and Donald are very different, a lot more simplified than we're used to. But what they're doing is they're trying to introduce both the characters of Mickey Mouse and friends to people who live in Malaysia, in the Philippines, and Singapore. And so they've got this plot about Mickey and friends trying to cook local dishes out on the streets out there in Malaysia. And it means kind of fun. It's entertaining. It's not nearly as entertaining, I think, as the Paul Ruddish shorts, but it's definitely something you should check out. The plan is to release a new episode of this particular series once a month through January of next year.
Other style, which is the old Mickey cartoons.
Correct. We've been watching more and more of the old Mickey cartoons, Steamboat Willie.
And Get a Horse.
Get a Horse, but that's more recent. Yes. So a lot of different Mickey Mouses to cover. But if you want a different example of a newer style Mickey, then you can check these guys out. I will put a link to it in the show notes from this week so that you can just go straight there and watch it. A little bit different watching from an American audience point of view on these guys, but I appreciate the efforts of getting the Mickey characters out to different cultures and doing different things. So definitely go and check that out. All right, what do you say we talk about this week's episode?
Yes.
All right, that's what we're all here for. So this is season 1, episode number 8, called Panda-Monium. Now, the official show summary says, while visiting the Beijing Zoo, Mickey attempts to snap a photo of a shy panda. Now, the original air date on this is August 2nd, 2013. This week, it was written and storyboarded by Aaron Springer. It was directed by Aaron Springer. And per tradition, as we've talked about in the last few shows, they've allowed the director to provide some of the additional voices in the show. So Aaron Springer also does the voice of the camera. Help me. Help me. That's actually a saying that we say all the time because we're really used to this episode. And Aaron Springer also does the voice of the monkeys. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, you can tell we know this episode very, very well. Keaton went through a phase like he did, like he's going through right now with Get a Horse, where he watched Panda-Monium almost every single night before bed. He loved this particular episode, so we watched it a lot. A lot. So, a few other details. The bald eagle, who you will hear, is voiced by Alex Chu. And I think that's pretty much it as far as the production goes. So, Keaton, you want a headphone up?
Yes, well, I'm already headphone up.
Yeah, you headphoned up nice and early because you're excited to watch. Okay. We are watching on YouTube this week, so there's no Disney logo. No Disney logo this week, so we're going to go straight into it. So when we count down, what you need to do is go to YouTube, look up Panda-Monium or Mickey Mouse Panda-Monium, 2 words, and you'll get there. And then follow us. When we hit play, we're going to count down. You can join us. So, ready? 3, 2, 1, play! Panda-Monium. Whoa, Chinese letters. What does it mean? Now I have the whole sign. Translates to zoo. So now we know that Mickey's going to the zoo. This is the Beijing Zoo. He's got his camera around his neck. He's taking pictures. He's quite happy as he's speaking yeah in Chinese. He's looking at the birds. He's taking their picture. The crocodile taking his picture, surprising him. The tiger, who doesn't seem to care. The little tarantula eating a piece of bread. He's looking through his pictures. He's quite happy, but suddenly he hears a whole crowd of people there. Pushed together, Mickey's going to shove through and see what it is they're looking at. And it's a freshly born baby panda bear. Oh, he's so cute. Mickey almost drops his camera. He's so excited. But suddenly the thing seems to be eluding his attempts to take a picture. So he moves, tries to take a picture, and the thing covers his face with a fan. But he's so cute with everybody else, so Mickey tries to take a picture. Now there's a mask on his face. What? How is this thing doing? Oh. Suddenly now he's covered with makeup. Mickey's so angry. All he wants to do is take a picture of this panda bear. He lifts up his camera. Covers the mustache. Lifts up his camera. Covers the mustache. Oh! He drops his camera. Ooh! 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 Hey, that sound's coming from a monkey. This gives Mickey Mouse an idea. Ding! He's going to blow up that light bulb that just went off above his head. He's going to float way up high so he can grab the vines, swing through. And he's landed on top of a rock. Now he's got a great vantage point for a picture. But suddenly an elephant wanders through, grabs him, and whips him off. Oh. He lands against a tree with a thud. The monkeys, he's in the monkey cage. The monkeys are all kind of freaking out. They're like, what is this thing that's landed in our cage? Mickey wakes up. The monkeys are poking him and sniffing him. Up the tree he goes. Whoo! Up at the top. Okay, now what does he do? Oh, hey, remember he tried to take pictures. But suddenly the monkey grabs the camera. The camera's all, help me. And then the monkeys throw his camera. Mickey freaks out, as I would. Runs, try to grab the camera. It's falling down a giraffe. Mickey's running. He's flying through the air. Finally, he can grab that camera. Ho-ho, yes, thank goodness. He's going to try to grab a quick picture as he's flying through the air, and I missed the cue there. Bam! Poof! Floof! He runs right into a bird. I needed a haircut anyway. Oh, Mickey's going to land on the ground. Poof! Wait, where's my camera? Oh, he's freaking out. Where's his camera? He looks behind him. He's in the panda cage. And now the baby panda has his camera. He's like, hey. And he walks around, and in his focus on the camera, bonk.
Aww.
He rams eye first into a tree branch and gets a nice big black eye. Now he runs into the other tree branch with the other eye. Now he has two black eyes, which makes Mickey Mouse look like a baby panda. The mom's so excited. She has a new baby. She shoves a bonnet on his head and a pacifier in his mouth, and now she's rocking him to sleep. Meanwhile, the real baby panda's got out of the cage with Mickey's camera, and now it's a reverse situation. The baby panda is trying to take pictures of Mickey Mouse stuck in the cage. Whew. What'd you think, buddy?
Good. Silly.
It is so silly. Now, you've watched that episode a lot.
Yeah.
Why is it that you like that episode?
Because he says, help me.
You just like the camera talking?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that in my job as a video producer, my cameras lots of times have said, help me.
When I hold up my camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yesterday I was stuck in the back of a speeding truck, going way too fast to have passengers in the back, and I know both myself and my cameras were screaming, help me. It was not a safe situation. But yes, Mickey's camera does say that. Now, a few interesting things about this particular show. The title is a play on words. It's a play on the word Panda-Monium. No, PandaMonium, not Panda-Monium. The word Panda-Monium means wild and noisy disorder or confusion, which definitely applies to this episode. So great pun writing abilities to Mr. Springer and crew who wrote this episode. Now, notice who's not in this episode.
Goofy.
Or Donald or Minnie or anybody else. This is yet another episode of the Mickey Short series that's only featuring Mickey Mouse. We've had quite a bunch of those lately. Now, we've talked about how this particular show is going to take episodes and put them in a completely foreign land.
Also, gasp.
Correct. Last week's episode. But they take episodes, they put them in a foreign land, and they have the whole episode being in that foreign tongue, which this is one of those. But for the first time, they weren't able to get away with being able to tell the story solely on just what's happening around. They did have to subtitle the giant vulture as he's flying over. So you've got the vulture who's speaking in in Chinese, but we would have no idea what in the world he was saying when he's like, "I needed that haircut anyway." So they had to subtitle it. No real way around that one.
Well, I rolled down the stairs today.
You did fall down the stairs today. Was it nice and spectacular?
No, it was like boom, 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 rolling like flip.
Like out of a Mickey cartoon?
Like wee down the stairs. Stairs were right, like flipping downstairs.
Yeah. How much fun was that?
Not fun.
Yeah. But you're okay, right?
Yes. Well, there is a scratch on my face.
There is a little scratch on your face, yeah. Somewhere you bonked the stairs on the way down. But that's okay. Sometimes that happens. We're glad you're okay.
And I didn't cry.
And you didn't cry. That's right. As a fellow photographer myself, it's always fun watching Mickey go through the craziness that sometimes can be trying to take pictures, trying to take media, and not getting the results we wanted. But I don't think Mickey ever actually got the shot he was looking for. He got too beat up, but always had to make sure his camera was okay before he was. Very typical of people in the photographer profession. All right, Keaton, you know what time it is?
What?
Keaton's Joke of the Week.
What do you got for us this week?
What do you call macaroni when you sneeze?
What do you call macaroni when you sneeze?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Macaroni and sneeze.
Oh, nice. Okay. And that was this week's
Keaton's Joke of the Week.
All right, so time to wrap it up for this week. Remember, you can follow along with all the past episodes of Mickey Shorts and More podcast at www.mickeyshortsandmore.com. Remember, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, on Google Play, on Stitcher, or subscribe through whatever podcast player you would like to use. Just search for Mickey Shorts and More, and we should pop up because we're kind of all over the place. If you'd like to connect with us, like our listener feedback we got earlier in the show, thanks again, Bev, for sending us that message. You can connect us with us through Facebook, through Instagram, through Twitter. Just, again, search for Mickey Shorts and More, and you can find all of those accounts. Subscribe, follow, share with your friends so that other people can find out about the show. You can email the show if you would like with questions or comments. Just email mickeyshortsandmore@gmail.com. If you'd like to talk to us instead with a voicemail that we could play on the show, simply call our voicemail line at 541-321-0472. And guess what, Keaton?
What?
Next week, one of our all-time favorite Mickey Shorts and More episodes is coming up. You know what we're talking about next week?
What?
Bad Ear Day. So if anyone wants homework, go look up Bad Ear Day. I mean, go watch this week's episode as well. With Panda-Monium, but then do a search for Bad Ear Day. One of our all-time favorites. Just hysterical in how they put it together. But we will talk about that next week. So that's it for this week. Hopefully everyone has a great week. Thanks for listening to the Mickey Shorts and More podcast. And make sure to write us a quick review on iTunes. Make sure other people can find out about the show. Tell your friends about it. Share it out there. Help us spread the word. Thanks a lot and have a fantastic week.
Bye. Dun, 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 dun. Dun.